It's a particularly interesting time right now because you have a number of positive and negative forces. I mean, one, you have the recovery in the real economy. On the other side, you have the risk of inflation, and then you have sort of fairly high valuations in a lot of sectors. So it's a tough balance. I think the number one thing people can and should expect is volatility in the market. And what that means is that you need to take sort of a longer term time frame in making your investment decisions rather than sort of short term, because I think in the short term, what you'll see is volatility.
Okay, that kind of sounds to me like you're saying that only certainty here is uncertainty in of itself. So when you are trying to navigate that volatility, any sectors that you prefer, I mean, particular to the Japanese market?
So I think we need to sort of change our paradigm a little bit when looking at the Japanese market and maybe a lot of markets around the world, because I think we're really in a transition period for the global economy. I think, there used to be this bricks and mortar sort of versus clicks and mortar type of environment, but now every company has to have a digital presence. I think the last year of the COVID pandemic has shown that all companies, regardless of sector, have to make that transition. And then the second big transition that's coming is related to climate change. ESG as a huge focus, and so there's going to be a lot of adjustment and transformation companies are going to have to do to reduce the carbon footprint. And what this means is that within every sector, regardless of which sector you talk about, you're going to have new winners and losers come, and it's going to be about which companies' managements are going to better handle this transition in the economy. And so I think you really need to focus on management quality more than anything else, because valuation-wise, I think, the markets are not, let's say, on aggregate, hugely mispriced. And yes, there is more value in some of sort of the value sectors. But again, I would tend to expect that some of those companies are the more poorly managed companies. And what that means is they may not come out of this transition period well. So it may in the short term appear, okay, there's value there. But I think you're still better off focusing on very high quality management. And that'll take you through this transition period, which is going to require a lot of adjustment of strategy, investment in reducing carbon footprint, et cetera. So I think you want to focus longer term on the better management. Sure.